So recently I went to Columbus, Ohio, and actually went to an Ohio State football game for the very first time in my entire life. And I ended up documenting a good chunk of the day from start to the end of the game. So we don't normally do vlogs on the channel. This is actually the first time I've ever made a vlog. And I do hope that some of the visuals and some of the pictures you see in this video, you will enjoy. That said, you're also going to see my face. Apologies in advance. Let's get after it. Morning, it is 6 a.m. and we are waking up and about to get going to the game. Parking opened an hour ago, but we were out late last night, so we're gonna get dressed, get some parking somewhere, get some breakfast, and I will check back with you all later. Okay, right. Maybe you're wondering why we're getting up at 6 a.m. It's actually for a good reason. So 100,000 people come in and out of Ohio Stadium for every Buckeye game. Because of that, that means parking is a pain in the fucking ass, all right? So what we're doing is we're getting up at the crack of dawn. Tailgating actually began at 5 a.m., but how about we're going to wake up at 5 fucking a.m., just go park in a spot. We're going to end up really, really early, going to get there really, really early. And the hope is that we can still find a parking spot that is somewhere near the stadium. And if we can't, then shit. That'd be pretty crazy, but hopefully we're going to be able to. Supposedly day of parking is like $30 or some shit like that. After that, we plan on parking near the Ohio. Whoop, hold on. This is why I don't vlog. We plan on parking near the Ohio State campus and walking over from there, staying near High Street if possible, because that's where all the good restaurants and bars are at. And try to get some breakfast, get some Ohio donut, something a little more substantial besides that. Make our way over to Rally House to get some new gear because this hoodie is a little thin and it's going to be 47 degrees at kickoff. And maybe try to run into College Game Day near St. John Arena right before Skull Session. Go to that. Go to Skull Session. And then walk across from the St. John Arena to the stadium and take in the atmosphere. That is supposedly going to begin in a few hours, so let's see what happens. Right after checking out of the hotel, we made it over to a First Watch where I got some delicious steak and egg hash, but I tell you what, man, their coffee is fucking strong there. Don't drink it too fast. Got the jitters so bad it damn near killed me. Ended up walking about a mile up the road towards Buckeye Donut to settle my nerves a little bit after that strong fucking coffee. And yes, Buckeye Donut, I said it. It is an absolute institution. If you are a Buckeye fan going to a Buckeye game, you go to Buckeye Donut and get yourself a glaze. It is delicious. The history in this place is amazing, and so is the food. Wish I would have gotten some video of it, but alas, I scarfed it down real quick. Better than Krispy Kreme. We walk across the oval from there, taking in the sights and the sounds as the bells tolled past 9 o'clock, and made our way to the end of the stadium where we saw Big Noon Kickoff kicking off their show, or getting ready to kick off their show. We had Big Noon Kickoff, Big Ten Game Day Kickoff, and College Game Day, of course, and that is where we are trying to head to. But first, of course, as I made my way out of Buckeye Grove, the enemy was spotted. That's a sight for sore eyes, ain't it? After all that walking, we stopped for a moment to admire the rotunda and the views around us, including all the extra tailgaters at the very front of the stadium, before turning around and trying to get a good view of College Game Day, although we arrived way too late to have any part of that. Instead, I was more focused on one thing: securing a seat for Ohio State's legendary Skull Session.
This right here was something I've always wanted to do as an Ohio State fan, was to go to the Saturday pep rally right before the doors to Ohio Stadium open and watch Biddle perform the whole set, basically. It was originally done by the Ohio State marching band just as a rehearsal, but people kept on showing up and watching them perform and cheering them on. So in the 50s, it became a full-blown pep rally, and it's still done every Saturday that there is a home game in Columbus. So I can't show the full thing, and I won't, but here's a couple of highlights of some of my favorite moments from watching Skull Session. Trust me, there is a lot more to it than that, but eventually we get to the point where the Ohio State Buckeye football team does come out of the same tunnel the marching band came out of, and they give a little pregame pep talk to the crowd. On this day, it was very lineman focused, which I was actually very happy about, being a former lineman myself. So we had the offensive line coach, one of the star offensive linemen for Ohio State, and of course the head coach, Ryan Day himself, get the crowd all pumped up and ready to go for the game. Once the football players filed out, most of the people usually file out as well. The band wasn't quite finished up yet, but we wanted to finish out and beat the traffic out of the stadium. So we eventually started making our way back when, surprisingly enough, I met someone I never thought in my life I was going to meet.
What's up, Corso?
Yeah, I got to see Lee Corso in person. This was actually the last game day he ended up making before the end of the regular season. For whatever reason, they cut through this monument and actually got stuck for quite a few seconds on that curb there, but Lee eventually made it into the game safe and sound. Eventually, the gates were finally opened up to the stadium, so we ended up making our way inside, and for the first time in my life, I was in the belly of the beast that was Ohio Stadium. And let me tell you something. Yeah, the interior, it's not that pretty. It's it's an over 100-year-old stadium, but it's what you see when you get to your seat that really makes this place special. It took my breath away. I've always wanted to come to a game at this stadium since I was a kid. I'm a diehard Buckeye. But man, when my eyes first saw that turf, oh man, they lit up like it was Christmas morning. It was special. So after about 30 to 45 minutes of warm-ups, which I got a pretzel and a refillable drink cup for about $20 just by themselves, the band took the field for their signature pregame performance. So finally, after hours and hours of walking, of experiencing the tailgating, of experiencing Skull Session, of watching Lee Corso nearly get stuck at the gate, we're finally ready for some football. And from here, I'm going to pick up my real-time commentary. Indiana just scored 7-0. A lot of angry Buckeye fans up here. Not looking too good. That defense looked really, really soft in that first drive. A lot of penalties, a lot of errors. So we'll see what happens from here. Boys, punch that one in. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, God. No! No! Are you fucking serious? They need to go under center. Ohio State just turned it over on downs in the goal line. It is not looking good right now. Defense is not playing well. And the play calling, I mean, 4th and 1 on your own 2-yard line. Why don't you take the fucking points, guys? Take the fucking points. I don't know. But, yeah, Indiana's playing really well right now. Indiana fight the rest of the way. Ohio State just scored. How about that stop, I don't know. They stop in deep inside Indiana territory. They're a little behind, I think, in live TV. Yeah, so Ohio State finally just scored. Beautiful touchdown throw to the end zone by Will Howard to Ibuka. Tie game 7-all, 7.5 to go in the second quarter. Oh, Indiana just intercepted off the tip pass. I gotta give it to them. That was a great play. Oh, that's insane, man. That's really insane. That's a heartbreaker. Right after the fumble on the 3rd and short. Oh, that's rough. Ohio State took the lead, touchdown, right up the middle. I think it was Travion Henderson. Yep. So 14-7 lead now, 21 seconds to go in the half. Probably gonna just be a kickoff and then taking a knee. Indiana gets the ball first in the next half. So first lead all day for Ohio State. Can't hate it. All right, it's halftime. We're in the bowels of the stadium right now, getting a quick refreshment. I mean, the inside of the stadium. This is the refurbished bit that we're standing in. This is part of the old stadium. The walls on the outside, along with some of the refurbished bits. You can kind of tell, but yeah, it's crazy. It's been an absolutely crazy game. Indiana and Ohio State both playing pretty evenly. Nothing too insane there, except the fact that Indiana sometimes has been playing better than Ohio State, especially on the defensive side. So we'll see what happens when we go into the third quarter. Well, this is awkward. Ohio State scored a touchdown on a punt return. I didn't even know until I asked the guy in the hallway. Still in line to get a pretzel. It's fucking nuts in here. We got the band walking around playing tunes during the third quarter, I guess. I didn't know that was a thing.
Sit.
Ohio State just kicked the field goal. It's 31-7 now. It's about over, but the Giants too.
Fun game.
It's cold. So, game's over. It is now officially that game week. So, we're making our way out of the stadium slowly but surely. Traffic's going to be a nightmare getting back out of here. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. Ohio State got a touchdown late in the fourth. Anderson made a break for it. It was like a 35-yard touchdown run, and then he slid down. I guess he thought he could run the clock out, but alas, it wasn't to be. So it is what it is. Overall, Ohio State played like a slow start again. They need to knock that shit off if they're going to win anything in the playoffs. But Ohio State pretty much all but secured a spot in the Big Ten title with this win. As long as they take care of business next week against Michigan, shouldn't be an issue. The only way I could see, Indiana could still make it to the Big Ten title game. They take care of Purdue and Ohio State loses to Michigan again. Please no, that could do it. But for now, going to start making our way out of Ohio Stadium. It has been amazing. Okay, yeah, I kind of jinxed myself there at the end talking about Michigan, and I never even uploaded that portion until after the fact. So, curses are real. That's the lesson of this whole video. Thanks for watching. I don't plan on doing another one of these in the future, but if you like what I'm doing, go check out some of my other stuff that I do. It's a hell of a lot funnier than this was. Until then, I'll see y'all later.